What is up, rockers? Welcome back here to another Rise of Kingdoms content. Today we're going to show you guys the stats that's been brewing here in KvK C11 558. Now, as you guys know, there has been such an intense battle that has been going on in this KvK. Now, we have seen our part here, our side in 1412. We are going against our opponents here against 1307, which is a mighty kingdom, and as well the 1967 kingdom. It's been a rough journey for 1412 as we have lost our side here in the past 4 opening. Now, we are here gathering in the past 7 as it's going to open in a very short period of time after this video is uploaded. Now, let's take a look in how our allies did, and this is the first time that we are seeing how their performance have become throughout the period of time that we are fighting against our enemies. As you can see with our allies, they seem to have done a quite a remarkable job blocking in our opponent here. Right here, as you can see, these are 1188. Our team really did a great job. You can see all the reds in here. Wow. So our 1945 and 2009 kingdom did great work as they are able to push forward there. Now, coming into the next zone, as we can see, the lineup is right here with all the fortress. There's a lot of fortress in here, guys. Let's take a look into past 7 in here. We can see Gas, NX09, APG. Wow. So this is going to be a wild card here, how things are going to perform and happen. Now, as you guys can see in Kingsland, there's going to be many alliances that are going to get inside, and all the kingdoms are going to battle in here. The key thing in here is how can our team sustain 1307? Because 1307 is quite deadly, and they have a lot of activity. We got to give credit to 1307 ally as well with 67. But here's the thing, guys. When we get into Kingsland, 1945, a very strong kingdom with 2009 in here. When they come into the Kingsland, it will be a great boost of support towards to 1412. 1307 may be running out of gas. I'm not so sure, but they could be running out of gas. I mean, 1412 still got a lot in its fight, so we're still going to fight against 1307. But the thing is, 1307 might have a very difficult situation as 1945. I have a feeling that they did a very easy job moving forward in blocking this and fighting their opponents. So they might be coming out more fresh than anybody else in this kingdom, to where their reinforcement as our ally will become such a great importance in this KvK for our team to succeed. So in this Kingsland, it will be very interesting. But for now, we have to focus on the past 7 because that's a big importance as well. We have to hold on to 1307 from them pushing forward into this area, because if they manage to cut us off and everything in here, it might be a very difficult position for 1945. If 1412 gets cut on past 8, that might be a challenge. As you can see, our past 7 will be unsealing relatively soon. And then the next thing in that, in a few more days, the past 8 chapter will be opening. And then after that, of course, the past 5 will open. And then past 4. It is in a great importance that the past 8 to be secured, that we are able to get in so that our fight with our ally will be synchronized. Another thing is, if hypothetically 1412 do lose the past 8 area, our 1945 allies can still secure Kingsland, also push forward to rescue 1412. That's in a case where if 1412 fall, which I don't think 1412 will fall in this region. Now let's talk about some of the notable players and stats that have occurred in this KvK. If you guys have not gone to Instagram, there is a Rise of Kingdoms page, which they have posted at the top of the week. As you can see, governors, all eyes are now on Imperium KvKs. Today, we would like to present you with the official statistic to shine a spotlight on some kingdoms and player participating in the Lost Kingdom 11, 558, most kills, dead troops, and more. So let's take a look into the number 1, dead troop count. So we have a lot of dead troop counts in 1412. It is way more significant than 1307. 1307 definitely have slain a lot of 1412, as well as 67 as well. I've slain a lot into 1412. Now, as you can see, that 1945 only has 859 million dead troops. That is not a lot in comparison to 1412. So this is why I'm saying, comes to Kingsland, 1945 may be the fresher or the most fresh out of every kingdom here in this KvK. 1307 nearly as much as amount of debt as 1412, with 1.7 billion, 300 million difference here as of today, or as of this stats was recorded. The total dead troop count is 4 billion. That's absolutely insane. That's a lot. So 1307 and 1412 not very far away from the dead troop count. So what I'm saying here is that 1412 and 1307 is in the brink of basically zeroing itself, because it's pretty much in the same level, although we were pushed out because 1307 is definitely strong. So they are definitely good at what they have done in the past 4. But like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing 1945 as our ally to come and fight against 1307 as well. That is going to be very interesting. So now let's take a look into the top 5 players' dead troop count. As you can see, a lot of these, wow, are from, I think all of them are from 1412. I'm not very familiar with Hamid 616. This might be from 1307. So yeah, this guy is from 1307. He's got 65 million power, 17. Wow, that's an insane amount of kills. 17 billion kill points. 670 million T5 kills. He's got 85 million deaths. Wow. Ooh, what happened to this player? Why only 65 million power now? With the highest power at 242 million. That is crazy. Wow. Okay, so there's that whale. It's insane. As you can see here, Ahmad Aziz with the highest dead troop count, 91 million dead troop count, is most likely T5. And Samuk AK-47 with 81 million deaths. And again, Hamid or H-Made is 58 million. And we got Devil Bo Baruch, which is still kind of like new to the 1412 kingdom, which they have migrated to us, with 56 million. And as well as Allowance Q8 with 52 million. That's insane. That's a lot of resources also to, sustain, because they need to replenish their troops as well. And also the healing throughout this process is crazy. T5 troop kills. Once again, we have seen Ahmad Aziz with 66 million T5 troop kills. Now we've seen Mad F2P, which is 65.5 million kills. I think Beast Pita is from 1307, probably 63 million. Devil Samuk AK-47, 51 million. UAE Killer, 46 million T5 kills. That is absolutely insane. I would like to see more stats in here. How much gems of players have spent in the game, speed ups, total resources each player has been consuming. Those are some of the things that I also want to see. I think this is definitely a very helpful stat. Makes the KvK a lot more interesting. Let's take a look at some of the comments in here. Quite interesting, actually. I saw somebody was asking about free to play. Somebody says, wow, 1945, something with the comments. It says here, all right, any F2P in the top 100? I'm like, no. All right. Somebody says, I don't think so. I really miss the game, actually, but it's really hard as free to play. But I also feel like Rise of Kingdom is still top of my list for the best pay to win games that F2P is comfortable playing. I think this is very accurate statement, that it is quite of a pay to win as well, but it's also like not super pay to win compared to other games, to where like, free to play can definitely progress and move forward within the game and enjoy. There is a lot of free to play in the game as well. So says your Kingdom 1945, show us back-end data of total golden chest, barbarian forts activity, and dead troops of infantry, cavalry, archer, and siege on each zone. That's a good suggestion from Negri here. All right, so that is good suggestion. That's the king of 1945. I'm expecting to see their participation greatly to help the allegiance between us and them. So that's very interesting. So, coming to Kingsland in here is definitely going to be more bloody, and I would definitely love to see more results or more statistics coming from Rise of Kingdoms to showcase our KvK here, because this is not an easy KvK. This is quite of a challenging KvK, and I think when Kingsland opens, we will see some of our Indonesian players or our Indonesian friends that they will be in this top stats because they are hungry for fight, and they will most likely, this is my assumption, they will most likely be going crazy once they see 1307. That's what I feel. I feel like they're ready for it. They're excited. They're eager. They are going to, do their best. I don't want to say they're just going to crush 1307 easily, because 1307 is still a very tough kingdom. But if we team up together, gang up on them, and I think that's really possible once we get into Kingsland and secure Kingsland and take the victory as a team. With that being said, rockers, let me know what you guys think about this KvK so far. If you guys have been following it, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you. I'll see you guys again next time.